So I'm 50 years old, I'm a mom, I run a business, I travel a fair amount, and I have to say that I feel better now at 50 than I did when I was in my 30s. And no, it's not just clean eating or even good genes. So this is the exact stack of supplements that I take every single day, morning to night, that have truly changed everything. Hello, gorgeous girl. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Tracy. And as I mentioned, I'm 50 years old. And health and wellness are truly everything to me. And it's really, I'm just gonna out myself. It's become a little bit extra. And I realize it's become a little bit extra, but you have asked me time and time and time again, Tracy, can you please do a video about all the supplements you take on a daily basis? So dreams come true. So today I'm mentioning it all. What I take, how long I've been taking it, how much I take, why I take it, and what benefits that I've noticed since taking it. So if you're over 40 and you want more energy, you want more glowing skin, you want to just really feel like that best version of yourself with a body that works for you and with you rather than against you, you are in the right place. So mornings, there is not a single morning that I do not wake up and literally the first thing that I do before really doing anything else aside, answering to my daughter's every whim, is I take my daily MTE. So MTE stands for more than energy. If you're not new here, you have definitely heard me talk about MTE. It is of the entire stack, this is the one supplement that I never miss a day. I will never forget it because I feel like a superhero on this stuff. It's really the best thing ever. So it's a saffron-based supplement. So it has this kind of cool yellowy color. It looks like you're drinking pee-pee, but there's that, but you're not, it's MTE. And their specific blend of saffron that they use inside of the formulation has incredible, incredible research and results. Saffron extract is clinically shown to reduce anxiety by 33% and depression by 32% in women over 40. Did you just hear what I said? Now, I have over the years definitely struggled with anxiety, and I definitely noticed when I started stepping into perimenopause that my anxious feelings were kind of getting a little bit stronger, and even just having some real lows. I definitely feel the mood boost in this for sure. So I have been taking MTE religiously, literally every single day since August of last year. So it's been almost a full calendar year. I can definitely say that it's made a huge improvements in my moods, in my cognition, certainly in my energy. But most importantly, I just feel like I can get it all done. Do you know what I mean? Life is always lifing. And this really helps me just kind of have that laser-like focus and be able to zoom through all the things that I have to do with ease and just kind of all right, we got this, let's go. So I already mentioned that MTE is a saffron-based supplement, but did you know that saffron also may even help with the prevention of Alzheimer's disease? And I don't know about you, especially as an older mom, if you didn't know, I have an almost 6-year-old daughter now at 50 years old. So my brain health, my cognition, my longevity matters to me so much more than really anything else. So I am in. It also has paraxathine, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but basically what paraxathine is, it's the best part of caffeine that doesn't give you the jitters and it doesn't give you any of the crashes. I don't drink coffee anymore in the morning, literally at all. Well, I should say, when I'm in Italy or I'm in Spain, yes, I will have a little coffee. But here in the States, if I'm not on vacation, MTE first and foremost, I don't have any coffee, I don't need it. And that, as a busy mom and as a busy woman, is just gold in and of itself. And there's also new research that MTE is naturally high in fiber. And now here's one thing, my girly girls, especially if you're in perimenopause or menopause, our digestive system starts to slow down. And one thing, as a health coach for over 20 years, I have heard from so many women, oh, I'm constipated. And we all think it's normal. It's not. You all need to be going poo-poo on a daily basis, at least once a day. And this can even help with that. So in my opinion, it's a super, super supplement. I love MTE. I stand by it. I take it every single day. It's so easy. So here's how I take it. I just cut the little packet open. You could rip it open if you want to. I usually use scissors, and I just put it in my water bottle with a full bottle of water. The other bonus, the thing that I've been really into over the last year, is any kind of supplements that are dissolvable that I can put in my water. Why, you might ask? Because obviously that I'm drinking more water, and hydration is really key. So this is my first bottle of water in the morning. I use these like little glass water bottles that are just a recycled kombucha bottle that I just soak the label off. And I have tons of them, and they're super durable, and we like to recycle, do all the things. So that's my first bottle of water in the morning. Like I said, I've been taking it for a full year. I generally take one a day, but more on that a little bit later. So my second supplement of the day, I make sort of like a morning cocktail. So the second supplement are my Kion aminos, plus number 3 is my creatine. So I put them together and make like a little drinky drink in the morning. So Kion aminos, OMG. They are so delicious, and I love them because they have all 9 essential amino acids. And essential amino acids are really, really important for muscle recovery, for stamina, and for building lean muscle mass. And here's the thing, if you are over 40, guess what? Your muscle mass is just naturally gonna start declining. So I wanna do every possible thing that I can to maintain my muscles so that I'm strong, so that I don't get saggy, so I don't get crepey, so that I feel like the best version of me. It's all of the things. Bonus points for the Kion aminos. My favorite flavor is mango. They are so delicious. They absorb really easily into your water. Now, so I've been taking the Kion aminos now for about 6 months, I would say, and game changer, like truly a game changer. I know a lot of you have asked over, the comments, and make sure you get active in the comments down below. Also, if you're not already, tap on that subscribe button, because it's really one of the best ways to support my channel and even support my team who helps me to create all these great videos for you. So just tap on it, give this video a thumbs up. But the Kion aminos, they really, really help with the muscle tone. And I also, again, am drinking another bottle of water, and it tastes so, so good. So as I mentioned with supplement number 2, the Kion aminos, I also add a scoop of creatine. Now creatine, I did a whole deep dive video, and if you want to, after this video, you can check that out next. But creatine is key. It is one of the most highly studied supplements that exists. It's been on the market for over 30 years. There's so much research on it. It's super inexpensive, and the benefits are huge, huge, massive, especially if you're over 40. So creatine helps preserve muscle, it boosts cognitive health, and it even can help improve your brain performance and memory. Just for dosage of these 2 that I put together, it's 1 scoop of each. So I do 1 scoop of the Kion aminos and then 1 scoop of the creatine together. So it's 5 grams of the creatine, and I don't even know how many grams it is of the Kion aminos, but it's just a measured scoop. And then I just, again, put it in my water bottle, shake it up, and I'm telling you, that's like my morning superhero cocktail. Now here's a question that has come up quite a bit on my channel about the creatine. Like, is it gonna make me bloat? Is it gonna make me bigger? Is it gonna make me gain weight? My experience has been no to all of those things. First of all, 5 grams of it is a very small dose. Bodybuilders and like men in the 80s that were taking creatine, they were taking much, much higher doses. Yes, you do need to hydrate when you're taking creatine, because it can sort of make you a little bit bloated if you are not hydrated. Any supplement, guys, also, like, let's just make this really clear. I am not a doctor. I'm not your doctor. I'm not pretending to be a doctor. I am simply sharing my experience of the things that I use, the things that I like, and why I actually take them, and the benefits that I've experienced from them. Every body is different, so there's no like one size fits all for everyone. But I gotta tell you, these things that I am taking, wow, do they make a difference, like really. So the creatine, I love it because of the muscle benefits. I have not noticed any bloating, any weight gain, any issues at all, really, with the creatine. Even some people are saying, like, do you notice hair loss? Look at my hair. I mean, I'm 50 and my hair's like way too long right now. So my point is, I think it really, really works. I have heard, just so you know, if any of you do experience bloating, you could separate your dosage. So do like 2.5 and then 2.5 like later in the day. You could try that on for size. But the other thing is, I have also heard that if you really want the brain boosting benefits, that you want to do more of like a 10-gram serving. I have not done that. I stick to the 5, and I feel like my brain, my health, my cognition, so far, so good. So we're gonna stick with it. So that is my third supplement of the day. It is the Kion and the creatine together in that little cocktail. So this is not supplement, but in the morning, I also take my HRT. Now again, my HRT, these are medications that are prescribed by a doctor. So it doesn't really matter what I take or the dosages or anything like that. But just to kind of give you a little rundown, in the morning, I do take a thyroid medication. I've needed to for many years, actually. So I take a thyroid, and then I also take some estrogen, and it has some progesterone in it, and I can't even remember what else is in it, but it really does help, and I've noticed such a difference with achiness in my joints, with kind of cognition, with my years ago when I really knew that I needed some help with hormone replacement, I had just like lethargy, and I'm not that girl at all, ever. So HRT has really, really helped me with that, along with a host of other benefits. Again, I also have a whole video. My kind of stance on HRT is like, you do you, boo. I know some people are like, oh my God, I would never do it. You know, the research of like the cancer causingness of it, that's 30 years ago. They've actually shown that actually isn't true. And the purpose of this video is not about HRT. So take it if you like it. If you don't. But in my personal experience has been very, very positive with it. And I've just noticed, that it really has helped me in so many ways. So in the morning, we do my MTE, we do my like morning drink, and then I take my HRT, and then we keep it going. Now this is not a new one, but this is so interesting because I resisted this one so long, and everyone would ask me about it, and that's collagen. So my fourth supplement of the day, generally speaking, if I do it in this order, is my Truvani collagen. That's the one that I personally like a lot. And it's funny because people often will ask me, oh, do you notice a difference in your skin? I don't. To be quite frank, I really don't. But what I do notice is the difference in my hair growing like an absolute weed, and also my nails, the strength of my nails. So I, generally speaking, will take it daily. You can either put it in like a smoothie if you want to do something like that, or even into your coffee. Some people say like, oh, you can't put it in hot drinks, but from what I know and my experience of it, I generally do put it into like a coffee or tea. I drink decaf. Like I said, I started this with saying like, I don't drink coffee in the morning, but I drink a decaf just because I like the ritual, I like the smell of it, and I drink decaf coffee. So I'll put a scoop of that in. It froths up your coffee really nicely. So I really, really like the Truvani collagen. Collagen can support with skin elasticity and hydration. As I mentioned, it promotes hair growth and longer nails, but it also can help protect your joints and connective tissue, and even help your gut health. So these are all things, especially in perimenopause or menopause, that really can start taking a turn for the worse as we get a little bit older. So I was sent to me, and I was like, okay, let me try it. And once I did, I was like, okay, I get it. I really, really like it. So for dosage of this, I take 1 scoop, just, that comes with a scoop, the Truvani one that I use, and I just do 1 scoop of it, and it has 18 grams of protein also. So if you are a girly like me that's trying to always like up your protein to maintain your muscle mass, it's just such an easy way to do that. Like I'm having a cup of coffee, but at the same time, I'm getting an extra almost 20 grams of protein, like sign me up. And I've been taking the Truvani collagen now, I would say for just about a year. So it's been a long time that I've been using it. It's definitely on repeat in my cart. I had it on subscription at one point, even on my Amazon. So I really, really enjoy it. It has 0 taste, so you can put it in anything. I've put it in matcha before, I've put it in coffee before, I've definitely put it into smoothies. Now here's one thing to note about collagen though. If you take too much of it, it can cause headaches. And one of my girls that works with me on my team actually mentioned that to me. I didn't know that. She was like, I got a migraine, like immediately, because I did 2 scoops of it. So we don't want that to be the case. So, do your due diligence, just follow the dosage. In certain supplements and most supplements, more does not equal better. So I'm feeling like a rock star. I have energy. I'm able to focus. I'm like doing my thing. It's probably like, lunchtime. I'm gonna eat some lunch. This is something new. This is a very new thing that I've started doing, but I'm really, really liking it. And I will definitely, like, if you want, in a few months, I can give you a real review. but I have started taking digestive enzyme. And the brand that I've been using is Enzymedica, and I really, really like them. So again, as we get older, and if you're in perimenopause or menopause, and fun fact, I've been in menopause now for just shy of 3 years. So our digestive system slows down, and that's why a lot of us have slower digestion, we have constipation, we get bloated more, you get gassy, or you just feel kind of like uncomfortable if you eat things that aren't exactly like perfectly clean. But mostly, you know, we just want to make sure that things are functioning optimally. So that's why I started taking these, and so far, I think they're great. So it contains protease, which helps to break down protein, lipase, or lipase, I don't know how to pronounce it, that helps you to break down fats, and amylase, that helps you break down carbs. And, you know, like I said, I'm always trying to eat really protein-rich meals and making sure that I have enough fiber, enough healthy fats in my meals. However, if you are increasing your grams of protein, for some people that can just feel like a lot. And, you know, like I said, a couple months ago, I was like, let me just try this out. I started taking them. I often forget. So timing on the digestive enzymes, you want to take them a little bit before you start eating, or like within your first couple of bites. So I generally, I'm not great at this. I want to start like keeping them in my purse, you know, having like a little packet or something. So I have them in my wallet. So like if I'm in a restaurant and like, okay, we just order our appetizers, like pop a digestive enzyme, just to know that I'm taking it at the right time. So timing on this is kind of important, and I generally try to do it for my lunch and my dinner. But today, a perfect example, I totally forgot to take them with my lunch. I keep them down in my kitchen so I can actually see them. So that's just like a little fun habit stack that I do, is like, you know, I try to keep the supplements where my eyes are gonna see them, and that can help you to remember to take them. So if you're not taking digestive enzymes, or you struggle with feeling really full, feeling like you bloat really easily, you get gassy, or you're just not digesting your food as well as you would like to, I would definitely suggest trying out some digestive enzymes. So we're in the middle of the day now. I'm working, I'm focusing, like it's all good. This is when historically I would start feeling that like midday lull. Here's the kicker. Since taking MTE regularly, I actually don't have that often. I do love matcha, but I'm not really having a matcha anymore because I need it. I'm having it because I just like it. Does that make sense? I just like the ritual of like, okay, I'm gonna have like a little, you know, slightly sweet treat for myself. And, you know, just gives me a little bit of extra energy, gets me over that hump, but it's not like, oh my God, I'm gonna die if I don't have my matcha, like I used to feel like before. So at this point in the midday, sometimes I will take a matcha, or if I am really, really tired, maybe feeling run down, maybe have just traveled, or just have like a lot going on, or maybe I know I'm gonna have like a later night, I might take a second packet of MTE. So either the matcha or the MTE, if I feel like I want a little bit of a boost. And like I said, the matcha for me, it's more just like matcha time, because I like matcha and I've been drinking it forever and it's just great, you know, antioxidants, blah, blah, blah. So that is my daytime. Now we're gonna go into the night. Dinner time comes, you know, I am trying at least to remember to take my digestive enzymes. So we've already talked about why. So in the evening time, as I'm like about to, you know, prepare dinner or something, and I know like, okay, we're gonna be eating in like 10 minutes, pop a digestive enzyme, sit down, eat my food, and, you know, function optimally. We love that. Now, if you're not new to my channel, sleep is something that I struggle with. I just have for years. It's getting better, I would say. However, the snoring husband has really been, you know, dampening my sleep. And I've kind of been struggling a lot, not because of me, but because of him. And, you know, look, we can get into a whole other thing. I know that there's things that he can do and get tested and blah, 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 but we just have not crossed that bridge yet. So that being said, I was like, I need to up the sleep. So I started taking, I've been taking magnesium forever, but I started taking specifically magnesium glycinate, which can really, really help with sleep and relaxation more than other types of magnesium, like magnesium citrate, which I've been taking for years and years and years. That can help to relax you and help you sleep, but also can, you know, kind of have almost like a laxative effect on you, and it can kind of work through your digestive system. So the glycinite is actually really more dedicated to sleep because it helps with muscle relaxation and stress. And I don't know if you're anything like me, that's something that I need. It really helps. Like, I notice that I sleep so much more restfully. I wake up in the morning and instead of feeling like I'm like, wow, I feel like grounded. I feel relaxed. I don't feel hungover at all, but I definitely feel like I had a good, restful sleep, even if I might have been woken up like 1 or 2 times during the night due to the snore. So I take one capsule of the magnesium glycinate. So then I take 2 of the Nordic Naturals Ultimate Omega 2X, and they are obviously omegas. And I started feeling some months ago like I was just feeling a little bit more inflamed than usual. And then I also have a family member who's dealing with some arthritis. So I was like, you know what, like, this is a good thing to add into the mix. It also can help with relaxation and sleep. So that's why I take it in the evening time. And I do think that the omegas along with the glycinite really have improved the quality of my sleep big time. So omegas help reduce inflammation, improve cardiovascular health, support your brain function. It also might help your hormonal health and, like I said, sleep regulation. And omegas are also a key anti-aging supplement that helps support not only your skin, but also your longevity. And I just think that, when we're talking about inflammation, when we're talking about health and longevity and, all the things that we really want, especially as we go through life and age, these are key, so it's like a no-brainer. And then finally at night, again, a little bit more HRT. So in the evening, I take another, like my HRT now, it's like, they're called troches or troches, however you pronounce them. And so it's kind of like dissolvable and you put it in your cheek. So I take, again, the other half of my estrogen, a little bit of progesterone, and I forget what else is in it, because it's like a custom blend for me. And then also I take a little bit more progesterone, which also can help your sleep. So that is my whole day. That's like what I take on an everyday basis. I know it might seem extra, but I have big dreams. I have big goals, and I really feel like better, like I said, than ever. I feel like I've really found a good mix that makes me feel energetic without feeling crazy. It gets me off of like needing other stimulants like coffee and caffeine and God knows what else. And I just feel like I'm just showing up as the best version of myself. Now again, these are my supplements that I take. I'm not telling you what to take. If you want to try out any of these, of course, I will leave them linked down below in the description box. So again, as I mentioned, I'm not telling you what to take, but you have asked. And so this is what I take on an everyday basis. If I'm sick, if I'm run down, I add even more to the mix. Like I do, I really do. I started getting acupuncture when I was like 20 years old. So I'm a huge fan of like Chinese herbs and just any kind of like herbal medicines and healing modalities. It's just something I'm very passionate about. And I do feel the difference. Now, the irony is not lost on me that today my allergies are crazy. So I don't know if you can hear my voice is a little bit nutty. So there's that. But I want to hear from you in the comments. Let me know if this was helpful for you, the why I take them, the how long I've been taking them, and if this is beneficial for you. Let's be kind. I know that this is like an area where people are very, very opinionated. And again, I'm happy with what I'm taking. You don't need to tell me that I'm nuts. And I would love to hear what you're taking. If there's something that I'm missing out on or that you're like, oh my God, this supplement blows that out of the water, let me know in the comments. Let's get into conversation. We are almost 350,000 strong here on YouTube. So a huge thank you to you for being here and being a part of my community. If you want to keep hanging with me here on YouTube, check out this video next. I'll see you there.